Michelle. Thank you everyone for joining. It's good to see a lot of you guys once again on one of our month of fun events. And I'm so excited to have Michelle back and also now to have Natascha on board as well. It's going to be a really fun, exciting event tonight. And I love that's going to be interactive with breakout rooms and everything. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And if you haven't yet registered for the other events, please do. And you can easily do that by texting FUN 2021 to 91999. And one other quick plug before we get in to everything is on June 30th, our special birthday bash will be beginning with tea hour from Michelle and Natascha introducing our special I Choose Love tea. So please join us for that as well. If you love what you see tonight, you got to come back on the 30th for it too. And I'll pass it over to our lovely co-hosts, Michelle and Natascha.
Thank you. Thank you. Did you get a chance to try the tea yet, Alexis?
I haven't. I want to like not just like rush it and like I want to like actually like go outside and enjoy because I'm not a tea person. So it's like me mom just had to figure out a time to just like let's have our tea hour. So it'll happen.
Okay.
It's been really hot here, so we're waiting for one of those chillier nights.
Oh no, make an iced tea.
Iced tea. Oh. It's better cold.
Absolutely. Just brew it and throw it in the fridge. Yep.
Oh, exactly. Okay. And honestly, I didn't get to test it yet either, even so I was involved in creating it because we were on lockdown and we haven't seen each other since then.
So, well, she likes tea. Yeah. She likes it cold. Yeah, I like it hot.
I like iced tea, and I know I've had my qualms about the hot tea. So now that I know I can do it iced, ooh.
I actually used one of our teas last week as a rub for pork loin. So.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're quite inventive with those things. So
yeah. Wow.
Ooh, I like that. Okay. I'm excited.
Jan is asking what kind of tea is it? Jan, it's Choose Love tea. It's a special blend just for us.
It's an herbal blend.
You'll be getting some.
And it's made with rooibos, so there's no caffeine in it.
Healthy for your mind and body and spirit.
And that's what we'll be sharing on the Wednesday when we launch, is what is the background of the tea and the intentions. So,
and Jay, when I finally see you, I will give you some.
I don't even want to open the package. It's so pretty. I'm going to cut it out and cut the little sayings out.
It's so
you guys can get the logo like that. And I think Alexis might even have that because we shared it. I believe it was.
Yeah, I think we just shared it.
Good. We send it to you or not.
We can make our own little flyer on it. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Without further ado, I'll hand it over to Michelle and Natascha, our Choose Love ambassadors in Canada.
Thank you.
And Peter, I saw your comment that you'll be in and out. So we'll just see where we're at when it comes to an exercise, and we go to do the exercise because we'll be partnering up for you to be able to explore things. So we'll just see where everybody's at that point. And then Alexis and Pam, you're in the same screen. So you'll kind of be partnered at one point, and then another point we're going to have 5 people together. So, okay, awesome. Okay. Let's start. I'm going to share the screen and hold on.
Wrong computer.
I had to change computers. Yes, just give me 1 second here. I have a brand new computer and it hasn't agreed with everything I've wanted to do this week. So it's been interesting. All right, so let's get the slideshow started or not started. It's frozen.
It's frozen?
Yeah, it won't be, it won't switch over, which is why I have a new computer.
Just give me a sec.
It's,
and the fun part in that is that I had asked her if I should have it open or not.
I had it all set on the other computer and then there was no sound. So I quickly jumped back onto the old computer and, okay. You got it there?
It's coming.
Okay, so while she's doing that, what we're going to do with the first part is we always like to start all of our events with a goal. So we've pre-stated the goal, and then we're going to do the Choose Love 5-element wheel, and we're going to lead you through the energetic shift of what the 5 elements function like, and we'll be using the sign language for Choose Love. And from there, then we'll move into our energy exercises and start playing with energy a little bit. All right. While she's working on that, I'll give you the hand signals because I'm up close, and then I'm going to actually step back so I can step onto some squares. So the first one is the A-OK finger. If you haven't done this before. So A-OK, and then you bring your hands around as if you're in a hug, and that'll give you that part. And then the second one is compassion in action. So you drop the middle finger and you just do a little shake with your hands. We have forgiveness, which is the left hand, and the right hand sweeps down and off the middle finger. We have courage, which is a claw, like a bear claw, and it goes to your shoulder, and then it's a butterfly fist. So it's as if you could hold a butterfly in your fingers very loosely. So you go bear claw up to butterfly fist, and that is courage. And then we finish off with gratitude, which is here. So those are the actions that we'll be doing, but we're going to put it into a 5-element wheel. So this is tonight, playing with the energy ball. And we are very honored to be here for celebrating Jessie Lewis's birthday and the month of fun, and for all of you for coming to enjoy the evening and for helping with the fundraising efforts that we're doing for all those people globally who are able to access the Choose Love programs. So our goal tonight is to easily and joyfully experience and play with the energy of the Choose Love formula. And I'm going to say easily and joyfully, because if you've never done this before, we want you to be really relaxed and open with it. So we're going to use the 5 elements. And if you can push it forward, Natascha, we'll just show the pictures of, I'm going to actually step on some papers on the floor. And then this is what you'll see what I'm going to be stepping on, and you can imagine the same. So there's a 5-element wheel here, starting with fire at the top, red. And from red, we go around to earth, which is yellow, down to metal, which is white, gray, or silver. We go over to water, which is blue. And then we go up to wood, which is green. That's the first wheel, and that's a nurturing cycle. And then the second cycle, we're actually going to make a star. So you see some arrows that are in the middle. That's the direction we're going to go. So from fire, we're going to go down to metal. From metal, we go across to wood, the green. From wood, we go across to the earth, which is yellow. And then from yellow, we go down to blue, which is water. And we finish back up at fire. And that one is a wheel for either destruction, which is taking old patterns and getting rid of them, and creation, which is making the new patterns that you want. So we're going to nurture first, and then we're going to create on the second part. Okay, so if you're ready, Natascha, if you just want to flash through those squares, they can see what I'm going to step on. And we'll just show you what each square looks like. If this is of value to anyone, I'm very happy to share the PDF for this, and then you'll be able to print them off. So there's fire element. It has sounds on it as well, which we often will use, as well as emotion. But for tonight, we're just going to be stepping onto the colors. And then if you want to just go through there, everybody can see, and then we'll be able to pull from there. I'm just going to move my cord so I can get closer to the floor. You'll be able to see the professor here that is assisting tonight. Down
Not
here,
quite yet.
down here is Hunter, and he's the boss of the bench. And then below that, you'll be able to see my squares that I'm going to be stepping on the floor. So I just wanted you to know what I'm going to be doing as I step around. Okay, so those are the elements from there. So let's start off with fire. So if you want to sit, you can. If you want to stand, that's great. And I'm just going to step onto red. And slide this back just a little bit more. All right, here we go. So we have easily and joyfully playing with the Choose Love formula. So we have the A-OK fingers, choose love, and it comes in. And then we're going to step over to earth. Earth is the yellow. Your finger drops just a little bit, which is compassion and action. You may feel the whole body shift a little bit when we get around to this one again. Okay, stepping back, I'm going to step onto the metal. That's the left hand, and the finger sweeps down, forgiveness. So as we're thinking about our formula and our ability to learn something new and try some different things, all the feelings that come up, we're just going to let them flow through. So we're going to step over to blue, which is the water element. This one is our bear claw, and we have our butterfly fist. This is courage. Courage to try new things and explore to see what's going to happen. We're going to step into wood, which is our gratitude. And
you missed one, sorry.
Pardon me?
You missed metal. You missed metal?
Nope, I was there.
Okay, sorry. Me wrong.
Okay, there's wood, okay. And then I'm going to step over, I'm going to step back up into fire. And we have A-OK, choose love. All right, so now we want to go through the star, is what they call it. So we're going from fire, and I'm going to step back to my back right corner, which is forgiveness and the middle element. So I'm just going to bring it through. Then I'm going to step to my diagonal left corner, which is going to go to wood. And that one is gratitude. Then I'm going to step straight across, which is going to get me to yellow, which is earth. This is our compassion and action. And you may notice now the body starts to connect a little bit more. So the whole body starts to get into the action. I love that one because it shares so much. Then we're going to step diagonally back to the left, which is our water. And water is our courage. We got this tonight. And then we're going to step straight forward up into fire. And fire gives us our compassion and action. And we have the creation cycle complete. All right. So I hope everybody feels the energy of that. My little boss here, just so you can see, he moved down the bench to where I sit so that I can't sit there, and he's got the whole bench to himself. Okay. Just going to pull the chair around. All right. So can everybody hear me still okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. There was a flash came up that my microphone wasn't working. Okay.
Yeah, you have it covered underneath your shirt, so that might be the challenge.
No, I had a different thing, but that's okay. All right. So Natascha's going to take us into the next piece.
So we have picked some exercises that we are teaching out of our Raising Bioenergetic Awareness, and we would love to there was a gone. We would love to share them with you. I want to say to join them with you, but no, we would love to share them with you. And one of them is grounding and breathing. And grounding and breathing are very powerful tools if you know how to use them. And we have a little exercise that's really neat. You can do them in either a fashion of standing or sitting, but the best part that I find in there is that you get actually to calm your system down. So if you have somebody who's anxious, somebody who's totally upset, that is a tool that's so easy, and it's just a visualization of breath. And I like to work with a fishbowl, almost like you have a fishbowl in your belly as your visual, and your breath becomes water. And as you're breathing in, you're filling that fishbowl, and it fills and it fills. And once it's overflowing, you direct that flow of the breath out of your feet. So that would be the exercise that we would like to do. And I would like to ask you just to stand up or sit, whatever's more comfortable for you. Close your eyes and just start breathing deeply.
Did you want to turn off the PowerPoint and they'll be able to see you?
I can do that. And
there we go.
Yeah, so I'm going to stay seated. So just close your eyes and take a deep breath. And then breathe normally and slowly and deeply into that fishbowl. Just tie into your sensations and become aware of what's happening when you're breathing into that fishbowl. Slowly fill it up. And once it's filled to the brim, start overflowing the breath and direct the flow out of your feet. Through your knees, into the ground, like water seeping into the ground. And feel how it connects you to earth, how the flow goes deeper and deeper. Just tie into that groundedness. Check in with your senses. Become aware of your state of mind, how your body feels, what's going on with your breath. And when you're ready, I want you to slowly come back, stretch, get a little bit moving, and share with us how that feels.
One voice or writing it in?
Yeah, voice it. We love voices.
Peaceful.
Isn't it?
Peaceful.
And that was not even 2 minutes right now.
Right.
Relaxing.
Yeah.
I didn't want to come back.
Me
Well,
either.
you know that. Welcome to Tanya.
Can we go
She's
there again?
You're gonna be there all the time when we're
Okay.
there.
Okay. Promise
So
me.
this is one of the most powerful exercises that I know to calm your mind, to just come to a place where you are you and anything else around you just falls away, and to really bring you back to yourself. So if you do that before you go into class or before you start speaking, or if you have a kid in class and you do that with the whole class, because everybody's gonna calm down, right? A very, very tiny tool, nobody thinks about it, but just having that visual of the breath overflowing directs the energy flow into the ground, and that means any buildup in you will go, because the energy follows your imagination. And I know Tanya loves that exercise. Tanya has done it quite often with us. She's a fellow Canadian ambassador, so happy to have her. And
I'm sorry I'm late. I had my vaccine today and my arm is really sore. But I
Yeah.
didn't miss the workshop. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
I feel
for
better
being here.
already.
Awesome. So the next thing we wanted to do, or is there anything else, anybody else who would like to share other than the comments I had? Denise would love the PDF. This is also great from Shannon. And Alexis and Pam said, yes, so relaxing. But if anybody else would like to share something or insights or ideas or something like that, we were happy to have you.
Just to say that I use an exercise like this with adult students, and it's very helpful too. I think we're experiencing it ourselves, but any age, right? Any
Yep.
age.
I guess I'll say that I've been doing breath work for years, and I have a group that I do every 2 weeks now, and I still learn something every time. So I thank you, Natascha, because it's just another wonderful version of how to use your breath.
Yeah, I found that is an easy way for everybody, because we all know that we're breathing, right? So we don't know how we are breathing, but we know to breathe. And when you become the focus of your breath, then it's quite different.
I have people play with their breath in lots of different ways just to get a breath awareness. So there's no good or bad breath. There's just breath.
No, exactly. I learned last time in a class, very interesting. We use usually muscle monitoring or body sway to assess energy shifts. But this time we used the breath to assess. And that was not very new for me, let's say this way, that I actually reacted with a very restricted breath to what wasn't good for me. And I never paid attention to that, but that's the awareness, right? And that's what we're trying to install in people, to be aware, to be connected with their bodies and their reactions to energetic shifts, and to really tie into and learning to listen to your body and your five senses. And that's why we're here today, right?
And it brings us into the now.
Exactly. So the monkey chatter is gone. I always feel like being in time warp and being stopped. So I'm here, very stable and fixed to my situation, location, place, and now. But it's just so powerful. Michelle, you got anything to add to that?
I would love to play one more bit if everybody's
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's very common for us, that we start with an idea and then it just becomes totally different or more or bigger. So you gotta bear with us when somebody comes up and say, I would like to play with something else. They had another idea to make it bigger. So have fun with us. I'm excited. Go ahead.
Okay, so this then, Peter, just with what you were talking about, we have enough time to play with one more thing with the breath. So this is going to lead us into the awareness of the energy that with for the next exercise I'm to do, but I'm just going to kind of sneak this one in. So if you wish to stay seated, you can stay seated. I'm going to stand up because it's a little bit easier for me movement wise and to show you. And I'm just going to let me see. I'm just going to put spotlight so you'll be able to see. So hopefully that brings me to the front. Okay, so what I'd like you to do, you're just going to be standing feet shoulder width apart and connected to the floor. So that grounding that you already got from the breath. And then I'm going to bring in the Tai Chi movement of, it's called commencement, where the hands, when you connect in with the breath, connect to your feet, take your breath in, you'll just notice your arms will float. No effort. And then you're just going to let that breath go and release. And you can do it seated as well. So whichever works for you. We'll just do it again and then breathe in. And then let it go. Right. So now what I'm going to get you to do is repeat that, but we're going to make a stop at the bottom. So breathing in. And then as the hands come down this time, I want you to connect your hands to your feet. So just the palms, feel the connection down to the feet. You may notice a little bit of buzzing in your feet. You might notice it in your legs. You might notice it coming right from your hip. And just feel how that connection is made. You may notice the feet change. You may notice your weight might shift a little bit. You may notice the breath changes. And then let's do one more in, breathing in. And then let that go. And then from where you are there, connecting in with the feet again, what I'm going to do is just get you to turn your hands to face each other. And then just see if you can feel between your hands, there's a place where it kind of has a little bit of resistance and it doesn't want to kind of really go any further. It's kind of like something's there. And I just want you to find that edge or that meeting place. and just see where it is and the size that it is. And this is going to be a way for us to know when we finish tonight, all the exercises, where our ball of energy is going to be. So our breath helps us to cultivate it. We definitely can expand it with the breath. And then we want to see if we can just feel it. Okay, so hopefully you have, some of you might not feel anything and you're just looking at this ball. That's just totally fine. Some of you may have fingertips that are tingling. Some of you may feel something between the palms. Very, very subtle. And you may notice that if you try to push in, there's a little bit of resistance, or if you try to pull away, sometimes it feels like you lose it. And then you have to come back to feel that denseness again. I guess is the best way to say that. All right. And that little piece, I just wanted you to feel what it's like to find that energy. We're going to play with that a little bit later. But for right now, we cultivate it with our breath. Let's just turn the palms towards what we say in Tai Chi, lower dantian, just below your belly button. You're just going to bring that in. And then just let the breath take it. Nice deep breath in. And then let it go. And then one more. And let that go. Okay. Anything else you wanted to add, Natascha?
Nope.
So if I carry on then from there, we're going to do an exercise. I'm just going to come back to sitting. We're going to do an exercise called offering versus giving. And what we're going to do is we are going to give our partner a color energetically. So we're just going to think about the color that we want to give and just in our minds give it. So maybe if I was thinking blue, then maybe I might say I'm going to give them a blue ball, or maybe I'm going to give them blue roses, or I might just in my mind send the color blue in a big rainbow of blue. So whatever way you want to do that, that's what you'll be doing, is giving. And the other person is going to be receiving. And they're just going to notice where in the body do they notice that color? What does the body feel like? Now we've talked about breath. What does the breath maybe feel like? And just take some notes of what you notice. Okay. When you get to that place that the person receiving has sensed that color coming to them, then they can say, I notice it. And then the person that's sending is going to change things a little bit. Instead of giving that color, they're going to offer the color. So they're just going to change one word. They're going to offer. So again, it could be the blue flowers or the blue rainbow, whatever. And the person receiving is going to see what kind of a difference there is between those two ideas. Okay. I'm hoping everybody is okay with that. And what we'll do is we'll have one person who does all of the offering or giving and one person receiving, and then we'll switch it around so that it can be experienced from the other side. So what we'd like to do is we would like to break out into breakout rooms and give you the opportunity to do it together, and then you can exchange, and then you can chat a little bit and then come back. And then we'll talk about it a little bit all together. So if there is somebody who would prefer not to be in the breakout room and would like to stay just in the main room, if you just want to put that in the chat box, I know Shreya's just going to try to put you into 2. And if you've never done a breakout room before, do you just want to raise your hand so we can see that? I'm just going to take the spotlight off of me. Bring this back to a gallery view, and we should probably have everybody put the cameras on. That way they'll be on to go into the breakout room.
So Michelle, just to be clear, is it a specific color or any color?
It can be any color. I just chose blue as an example.
Okay.
But just one more thing, we often are not aware of what words we're using. That's the thing in the energetic. And energetic wise, words are huge. The more words we use, the worse it becomes usually. So If you just, as I said, if you just put it out there and let it go, then you will be surprised.
Miracles. That's how miracles happen.
Exactly.
It's true. It's true. And they do all the time.
Yeah.
So next exercise. Well, I gotta get back to my PowerPoint for a second and collect myself. Oh yeah, we're going to do a bubble of love. So yay! Our exercise will be to create a bubble of love. So as Michelle had you do the bubble before between your hands, we want you to create one with your love and fill it with love to the brim. And when you're done, we want you to put it down in the middle of us. And I would say we're staying together. We don't do a second breakout room because we're only 9 people. You okay with that, Michelle?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So there will be a whole bunch of energy bubbles between all of us. And just imagine us being in a circle, and you dive in and you take one of those and you get a feel for it. So first of all, you feel your own before you put it down. Then you get a sensation with all your 5 senses of the other one that you pick up, and you see what you can perceive of that. And then when you have that, we would like you to put,
Well, we
put
can
one
start
in?
there, and if we stay together, you can give the instructions as we
Okay.
go.
Okay, just one question. Do we one after the other, or do we then put, no, we put all of them in there, or we said one after the other, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So each of you find the bubble. And when you have it, fill it with love. And that can be a color, that can be a picture, anything that comes to mind when you think about love, how you want to express that, and you put that in that bubble. And just check in what you can sense about that. So your bubble might have a color, your bubble might have a feel to it, you might hear a sound, a taste, a smell, anything like that. Just be aware of that. There can be texture, density. And when you've filled it up to the brim, I want you to put it in the middle of us. Just put it down. Take a deep breath. And find another one. You're picking one up that's not yours. And again, look at it from all senses. Look, hear, listen, taste. And when you got a feel for it, then I want you to put compassion into it. Add the compassion in. And see what happens. And when you're happy with it, we put it down again. Take a deep breath. And find another one. Again, it's not yours. It's not the one you had before. And when you have a feel for it, we're going to put forgiveness into it. And again, see what changes. Be aware of what happens. And again, when you're done, put it in the middle. And breathe. And if you need to yawn, please yawn. It's a good sign. Stretch in between. And then we go and find the next one. Again, not one of the ones before. And now I would like you to put courage in it. And become aware of the changes in it. And when you're ready, put it back in the middle. And another breath. Michelle is releasing. That's what the yawn means. So you're shifting energy. Even a stretch can be helpful. And now we pick up another one. Again, not ours. We put gratitude in it. For the last time, when you're done, you put it in the middle. Take another breath. And then I would like you to find your ball, your energy ball. Reach for it, it will come to you. And see how it changed. Does it feel the same? So if you like it, I invite you to take that choose love ball into you, again into your danten. And just feel what it feels like. Yay! Done!
If you want to
Alexis,
moments to just
Alexis looks dreamy, very relaxed.
I do feel relaxed.
Please feel free to share how that felt and what changed for you, what came to mind, whatever.
I'll jump in while people are thinking. I'm sure I got Scarlett's when it came time for gratitude. I think I got her original ball because it was floating in the water and it felt like I was going back and forth on the boat. I was like, wow, this is really something, because it was really, I could just feel the water. Yeah.
My theme has been kind of water tonight, and for obvious reasons. But I picked up the balls, and I just thought, first of all, they each felt different, and my hands were just like completely energized. And I just thought it was interesting because the first one I picked up, it was like gray, and it was like kind of like, I don't know, and then it started to reveal itself to me. So kind of like love. It was really interesting. And I thought, wow, what a beautiful gift. What a beautiful gift that somebody would have somebody's here and putting their love into an energy ball and placing it and allowing somebody else to pick it up. It was so incredible. It made me want to bawl. Frankly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure I got Scarlett's ball first, because as soon as I picked it up, all I saw was a waterfall and people swimming and having fun in the water. And then what was the first one? Compassion. And when I put compassion in, a boat came by. And I'm like,
exactly
okay, this
what's
has
going
to
on
be
here.
Scarlett's ball.
That's exactly what's going on. Right next to me. So yeah, it was. I must have put my experience right now in it too.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And it was interesting because the rest of the balls were more like colors and lights. I almost saw a flower, but everything else was very more color. Like I didn't get a picture after that. So I thought that was so fascinating. Because then for the next one, I'm like, oh, what picture am I going to get now? And I got green. And I'm like, okay, so I got to release my expectations. We're back to expectations again, right?
That might have been mine.
Wow.
My color was green for compassion.
And I thought it might have been a flower, but I wasn't sure. So and by the last one, it was just like fireworks. It was like there was this collective energy that was building. I mean, I knew we were taking one, but it was like I got everybody, the energy of love of everyone who had touched it. And so I felt that every time I picked one up, it was, I don't want to say more loving, but definitely more, my hands were warmer, I guess. But I don't know if anyone else had that experience, but every time I went in, it was like I was going into this circle of love and I was just getting more.
Yeah.
Peter, you wanted to share.
Yeah, I had, I imagine this is like what Reiki is like, because I definitely felt like a lot of energy in my hands. And when we did the forgiveness thing, my hands hurt and they got really heavy. I was kind of glad to get that one back into the circle. And when we did gratitude, I don't know whose ball I got, but it was really big and light, and it just filled really easily. It just was very receptive. It just took in the gratitude, and then letting it, I didn't put it back in, I just let it go. It just back in on its own. And then when I got my own ball back, mine was kind of, already I could feel some density to it, but it was way more dense. Like people had put a lot into it. I don't know, and I thought that was really cool. And then I felt like I was like smushing it into my body to, like absorb it at the end, and just holding it there, holding it in my, my body. So that was great. That was powerful, very powerful. It's amazing when you feel energy in your hands like that.
It's the
Really.
basic of energy work. And we come from Therapeutic Touch. So Tanya, Michelle, and I all have Therapeutic Touch background. I don't know if anybody else in the group has. So we work with the assumption that we're all energy and we can influence each other, right? So it's very basic, very no nonsense, as it was created by a nurse and a medium. But the interesting part is that everybody can do it. And when you become aware, which is what Michelle and I teach you, to become of the awareness, you become aware of that you're connected with everybody at all the time. You don't have to let these connections come in, but you are connected. And it influences you unless you are aware and you can change how the connection works. And the ball, I had one ball it go through that was like, it made me laugh because it was just tickling in my, like, it was like dancing in my hands, and it was like laughter and whatever, and yellow, and to know that you don't have to know that person, but you are connected to that person, and that person offers that to you, is so powerful. And if you do that, again, if you do that with the kids love stuff like that because it's so simple, it's so basic, and they have the innate knowledge that we lost and we as grown up have to learn again. So yeah, it's so easy. That's the fun part in it. And as I told Alexis when she came out of the breakout room, I said, when we start class, I usually tell people to leave their brain at the door and become the child. We play, because with playing, you're experiencing. You are getting firsthand knowledge without having to learn the theory. And you get the sensations, which are way more important right now than anything else that anybody tells you. Right?
I'll never forget
Carmen,
my social work. I'm sorry. I was just going to say, in my social work degree, I was sitting around with some students. We were doing a group project, and I was laughing. And the prof came over and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Laughing. Learning is fun." He said, "Well, my experience of learning is you work first and play later." And I said to him, yes, that's your experience of learning.
Not
that
ours.
was it. I didn't challenge him. I just said, well, that's your experience of learning. Okay.
Yeah. Carmen, you are quiet. Anything you would like to share?
Yes. When I grabbed mine at the end, I wanted to hug my ball. Like,
love it.
My hand even went into this position, like containing it inside a space that I created for it. A little bit like Peter said, like I wanted to, and it was squishy. Like I felt that when I created it, it had more, but then it felt like I could press it in some places and it would bounce back. Like it had some resiliency that maybe wasn't there at the beginning.
Yeah.
I really love that.
Nice. Mine was like Michelle's. My hand tended to go out and bigger when I got mine back. Yeah.
I love the word resiliency, though, Carmen, because isn't that interesting to know that if you put all the energy of the formula together, it's resiliency. That's just wow. With no effort, right? It's just there. Yeah.
So we haven't heard from Jen. I don't know if she wants to share.
Well, yeah, I actually started this like very emotional, and I thought first of my daughter when she was a baby, and then I went to my horse who I lost a long time ago, and then my father, and it's actually my parents' anniversary. And he passed away like when my youngest daughter was born. But then, you know, I actually took a minute after that and I just stepped away. I didn't step away, but like I sat and and then I came back to it. I just kind of meditated for a minute and then I came back to it and picked up the ball again. And it's funny because then I actually also thought of water. And the ocean is down the street. And I was thinking of like looking at the ocean and at the waves. And then at the end, when we like picked up our ball again, it was green, and I just felt very calm at the end, and just calm and peaceful. So I
Wow.
took quite a journey, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Wonderful. And it's there for you. You know, that ball is there.
The interesting
Yeah.
part is you can actually anchor it in you, so you can call up that feeling that you had or that sensation that you had and call up anytime you need it.
Yeah.
And that would be the next part that we would like to do. So actually you're just giving us the perfect part, the perfect dive into. So if you take your ball again that you put into yourself, just visualize that for a second in yourself. Feel it in your anchored in yourself. And now you can take anything that's not serving you, anything that's worrying you, anything you want to let go into that bubble. And let the healing energy in that bubble take care of it. Change it, dissolve it, do with it whatever needs to be done. Just experience what that feels if you can put all your worries in there and have them dissolved. And the next thing you can do is you can actually shrink the bubble into a marble, and you can anchor that in you, or you can put it in your pocket with the knowledge that it's always with you, and you can always pull it out, grow it big again, and put in there whatever needs to go, whatever you want to get rid of, whatever's not letting you sleep, whatever keeps you up and worried and whatever. Just put it in that bubble and let the bubble take care of it. So this is our gift to you, that you have that marble or big bubble, whatever you want to keep it state, that's all up to you. But this is always with you, and you can tie into that anytime you need it. And actually, it's our offering to you. It's not our gift to you.
So I was laughing, and I couldn't even hold it, because the ball, usually it's come smaller and I've been able to put inside, but this time I couldn't. It was so big, it just filled up my whole biofield. So everywhere around me was surrounded by the bubble, which was fabulous. But when Natascha said, shrink it, take your worries and put it inside. And it was like, that where the tennis balls go into the machine and then they shoot out, you know? And it was like this beautiful ball was going, I will not have you. I don't want it. Get rid of. It's just shooting them all out. It was like, wow, look at that. I can't even hold on to any of them. It was really beautiful. So thank you for that.
If you have tiny tools like that, it can make a huge difference. It doesn't cost you anything other than a few minutes, seconds to sit down, have a little bit peace of quiet, and that will come with the breathing. But then you can put anything in there and you can start over with a fresh mind. And I find lately, since we started teaching that, like when I look back at the last year and the last 4 months that have been probably the most challenging in my life, with changes in work, changes in the association, training somebody else, doing renovations since 4 months, and nothing's gonna go like in flow. I'm just sitting there every time something comes up, I'm just laughing, before it would be like the world drowns, I'm gonna go shoot myself, whatever. Nope, I'm just sitting there laughing about it. And funny part is, within 2 days, everything solves. Everything gets to the point where it needs to go. Everything gets resolved, and I don't have to be the one pushing and pulling and fretting and whatever. No, I can go to bed and sleep well. I can enjoy life, and I just say, okay, universe, take care of it. So I gotta say, as weird these times are and have been, I'm thankful and grateful for having found RBA, Raising Bioenergetic Awareness, and having found all the knowledge and wisdom that came out of it and bringing me to a way better place than I was before. And happy to share it, happy to offer it to others, and happy to make it bigger, and happy to be part of Choose Love, because that's the next step and it ties right into it.
Any other sharings anybody wants to do? They've noticed with their ball, or
I
anybody
think we
else?
mellowed everybody so much out that they just want to go and sleep.
No, I just finished a very grueling week to a very grueling year as a school psychologist, and I'm just so grateful that I just happened to join. I didn't sign up for it. I just saw it there and said, let's go. The energy pulled me in. Thank you.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you for all the work you've done all year. It's a big job in the school, I know that. Yeah. Wonderful. Well, if everybody's zenned out and out of words, one of the things that we like to do to finish is just to make a circle. And I know that we've already shared energy with the balls, but this will be an opportunity for us to come full circle. And anybody or anything that you need to put into the center of our circle that needs some care, then please feel free to offer it into the circle and offer it what it needs. And if you want to take your left palm and put it up and put your right palm down, then we'll be able to connect in our circle. And feet, unless you're rocking in the boat, feet are flat on the floor. I just had mine curled up, so bringing it around. I'll just take a few moments and just enjoy this fantastic circle of wonderful people and offering whatever we need to the people or things that go into the middle.
Scarlett looks so comfy.
I'm very envious.
Yeah, me too.
You'll have to come visit.
Yep.
Here, I'll show you the sunset.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
This has been amazing. I just feel so grateful for you both and for everybody that's on, that's, you know, vulnerable enough to take part in this. And
thank you, Peter.
This is where I am today. I'm house sitting at somebody's house. Sorry, Charlotte, for interrupting.
wow, that's gorgeous.
It's right outside my window.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. My friend's away for 12 days. She said I could borrow her house.
Ah, that's gorgeous. Where are you?
Beautiful.
Kittery, Maine.
Ah, oh, so nice.
Yeah.
I love Maine.
Just a hop, skip, and a jump from Cape Breton.
Exactly.
Oh, that's right. Hey.
Just a boat ride from Yarmouth.
I would like to thank you, Michelle and Natascha, because like Peter, it's been the end to a
Do
very
this again next year.
long year, and you know, and the new year's already gearing up for me. There's not much of a break in the college system, so I just thank you for this bubble of love tonight, and a place where I can go back and visit again. I think that's what's so wonderful about these workshops, is that I can go back and, you know, use all the tools and pull that energy into my day, because I think it's, you know, there's always choices about energy, just like choosing love. We can choose what energy we want to be in, and it's just helpful to be here so I have that experience to return to. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Tanya. I would like to share one more picture. Don't mind my desk, that's really dirty or messy, but I have my computer on a tray and my cat is laying like this underneath while we are doing all the exercises. So he joined in, and he does that quite often.
I bet he does, because he feels the energy, you know?
Yes. Yeah. You usually don't see him. He is not around when there's people in the house. He's not comfortable with others, but he loves the meetings, and he's usually in there, and he loves the energy work.
Ah, yes. I love that. Well, thank you all so much. This was amazing. I feel ready for bed.
Perfect.
Awesome. Well, we have Tanya is doing a meditation on the 28th, I think it is. 28th, Monday the 28th.
Oh, can't wait.
So she'll be doing that. And Friday is Tai Chi. So I would love to invite you if you'd like to come. And that is from 12 to 1 Eastern. And just playing with Tai Chi. So Peter, if you're the start of your break, more than welcome. So thank you so much. And we look forward to the rest of the month. We've got 2 more weeks.
And we hope to see you all for the new tea on the 30th.
Yes, of course. Yeah. That's Jessica's actual birthday. That's the celebration. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything. This was beautiful.
Thank you all for playing with us.
Thank you. Love you all.
Same here.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.